Hello and welcome to News Tonight on Rajya Sabha TV. I am Tina Jha. Before we begin the bulletin, Rajya Sabha TV appeals to all its viewers to stay safe from the COVID-19 pandemic. Remember to wear face masks, wash your hands and face regularly, and also maintain physical distancing each time you step outside. Remember, even though the vaccination drive has begun, we must continue to take these simple precautions in order to defeat the ongoing pandemic. Let's now move to the headlines of the day. Fire at Serum Institute of India's under construction building in Pune. 5 people killed, 9 evacuated. Covishield vaccine production unaffected, says CEO Adar Poonawalla. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to interact with beneficiaries and vaccinators of COVID inoculation drive in Varanasi tomorrow. Feedback session aimed at facilitating smooth conduct of vaccination drive. The Supreme Court committee takes suggestions from representatives of 10 farmers' organizations on agriculture reform laws. The next round of talks between the government and the protesting farmer outfits tomorrow. Preparations underway for budget session of Parliament. Mock drill conducted to test technical arrangements and elements of Rajya Sabha proceedings. And Joe Biden signs 17 executive orders on the first day as American president, announces his country's return to Paris Climate Accord. Prime Minister Modi conveys best wishes to the new administration in the United States. In an unfortunate incident, 5 people have died and 9 had to be evacuated from a building in the Serum Institute of India's facility in Pune after a fire broke out at the facility on Thursday. It took around 3 hours for firemen to bring the blaze under control. The building where the fire broke out is part of the under construction site of the Serum facility and is 1 kilometer away from the Covishield manufacturing unit. According to a fire brigade official, the cause of the fire is yet to be ascertained. Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray will be visiting the facility in Pune on Friday to inspect the site of the fire. In a statement, the Serum Institute of India's chairman and MD, Cyrus Poonawalla, said 25 lakh rupees compensation will be given to each family of the deceased in addition to the amount mandated as per the norms. President Rajnath Kovind expressed condolences over the loss of lives at the fire accident at the Serum Institute of India's facility and wished speedy recovery to all those injured. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said he was anguished by the loss of lives due to the fire in Pune. He added that in this sad hour, my thoughts are with the families of those who lost their lives. While Union Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan said he was anguished to learn about the unfortunate news of loss of lives due to the fire breakout at the Serum Institute of India facility. Meanwhile, the Serum Institute of India CEO Adar Poonawalla said Covishield vaccine production will not be hit due to the fire tragedy. He also expressed deep condolences over the loss of lives. Moving on, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will interact with beneficiaries and vaccinators of COVID vaccination drive in Varanasi, his parliamentary constituency, on Friday through video conferencing. The participants in the interaction will share their first-hand experience of vaccination and also give their feedback. The interaction follows Prime Minister Modi's continuous dialogue and discussion with scientists, political leaders, officials and other stakeholders to ensure smooth conduct of the world's largest vaccination drive. Union Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan on Thursday launched the IEC campaign to address vaccine hesitancy and misinformation. Releasing the communication creative prepared by the ministry, Dr. Harshvardhan assured people that the COVID-19 vaccines which are being used in the country are completely safe and also effective. He added that it was very unfortunate that some people are spreading rumors and encouraging vaccine hesitancy for their political interests, even as countries across the globe are asking for Indian vaccines. The health minister also appealed to people to follow the truth and seek correct information regarding the COVID-19 vaccines from only the credible and most authentic sources.
हमारी वैक्सीन का इस्तेमाल ब्राज़ील, इंग्लैंड, साउथ अफ्रीका जैसे देशों में वहाँ के लोगों को देकर किया जा रहा है। दुनिया के बहुत सारे देश, विशेषकर पड़ोसी देश, उनको हमारे देश की वैक्सीन जो है उपलब्ध कराई जा रही है। दुनिया के बहुत सारे देशों की डिमांड है कि वैक्सीन भारत की हमें मिलनी चाहिए। ऐसे में समाज में जो लोग वैक्सीन के खिलाफ भ्रांतियाँ, गलत जानकारियाँ और गलत फहमियाँ फैला रहे हैं, उनकी जानकारियों को हर तरीके से इग्नोर करके हमको सबको मिलकर वैक्सीन को अपनी और समाज की कोविड के खिलाफ बेहतर सुरक्षा के लिए इस्तेमाल करना ज़रूरी है।
Nearly 10 lakh people have been vaccinated for COVID-19 across the country so far. Briefing the media, Additional Health Secretary Dr. Manohar Agnani said that over 1,92,000 beneficiaries were inoculated across 27 states and union territories on Thursday. In all, 18,159 vaccine sessions have been held in the country so far.
सारे देश में 9,99,065 लोगों को कोविड वैक्सीनेशन किया जा चुका है और इसके लिए 18,159 सत्र आयोजित किए गए। वैक्सीनेशन 27 राज्यों में किया गया और सारे देश में 1,92,581 लोगों को टीका लगाया गया।
The Additional Health Secretary informed that the government has enhanced the COVID software, allowing creation of more session sites, more sessions per site, and also changes in site location.
कोविन सॉफ्टवेयर के बारे में हमने नया प्रावधान जो आज किया है वो हमने एक से अधिक सेशन साइट का प्रावधान, एक सेशन साइट पर एक से अधिक सेशन आयोजित करने का प्रावधान और साइट लोकेशन को परिवर्तित करने को अलाउ किया है। और इसमें जो प्लानिंग और शेड्यूलिंग है सेशन की पूरे सप्ताह की, उसको इनेबल किया गया है और बेनिफिशियरीज़ की सेफ्टी के लिए हमने कॉन्ट्रा इंडिकेशन को वैक्सीनेटर मॉड्यूल के साथ टैग करने का प्रावधान किया है।
Meanwhile, in line with its neighborhood first policy, India on Thursday sent COVID-19 vaccine doses to Bangladesh and Nepal under its grants assistance. 1 million doses of Covishield vaccine were handed over to Nepal, while 2 million doses of vaccines were sent to Bangladesh. On vaccine supply to Nepal, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar said it is in line with India's neighbors first policy and the people's first policy as well. In another message, the minister said that the supply of vaccines reaffirmed the highest priority given by India to relations with Bangladesh. Taking to Twitter, Nepal's Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli thanked India for the COVID-19 vaccines, adding that the country appreciates this gesture from a friendly neighbor. And India continues to maintain the trend of steadily declining active cases of coronavirus. The country's active cases fell to 1,92,000 on Wednesday, accounting for only 1.81% of the total positive cases. With 15,223 new infections reported in the last 24 hours, India's COVID-19 case load has crossed 1 crore 6 lakh. India's daily new fatalities have also declined substantially. 151 deaths were reported in the last 24 hours from different parts of the country, taking the national death toll to 1,52,869. With nearly 20,000 recoveries reported in the same period, the total recoveries in the country have crossed 1 crore 2 lakh. The national recovery rate has further improved to 96.75%. Talking about tests now, with 7,80,000 samples tested on Wednesday, more than 18 crore 93 lakh samples have been tested across the country so far. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu has asked the centre to consider setting up vaccine testing and certification laboratory in Hyderabad. The Vice President spoke to the Union Health Minister, Dr. Harshvardhan, and urged him to consider the request of the Telangana government to set up a vaccine testing and certification laboratory at the Genome Valley in Hyderabad. The Health Minister assured the Vice President that he will examine the request. He also informed the Vice President that there were 7 vaccine testing and certification laboratories in the world, including the one at Kasauli in Himachal Pradesh. Ahead of the budget session of Parliament, Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla conducted an inspection of various facilities in the Parliament House complex on Thursday. He visited the Lok Sabha chamber, the central hall, corridors, lobbies, waiting rooms and also other areas in the Parliament House with officers of the Lok Sabha Secretariat, CPW and other agencies accompanying him. The Speaker directed that all agencies must work in unison to contain the possibility of COVID-19 infection and also set up COVID-19 testing centres in the Parliament House complex as well as near areas of accommodation of the Members of Parliament. The Speaker also directed agencies to set up smoke towers and necessary equipments for checking air and noise pollution at the construction site of the new Parliament building. And ahead of the 253rd session, Rajya Sabha Secretary General Desh Deepak Verma conducted a mock drill to test various elements of the proceedings of the upper house. Like the last session, the budget session will be a unique one, not only because of the various precautionary measures that are being taken due to the COVID-19 pandemic, but also because of the several digital solutions to ensure smooth conduct of proceedings. More details in this report. A drill lasting over an hour was held in the Rajya Sabha on Thursday. Officials of the Rajya Sabha sat in the chambers of both houses and the galleries of the upper house during the mock proceedings. The Secretary General took stock of the various elements of the proceedings of the House. They included members seeking to raise various issues from different locations by raising hands, raising points of order, and taking in voice vote and division. He also tested the audio quality of the simultaneous interpretation facility in both Houses of Parliament. 4 large 85-inch display screens in the chambers of both houses and 6 40-inch screens in the 4 galleries will allow members to watch the proceedings. Seats in the galleries will be fitted with consoles to enable participation of members in the proceedings from their seats. Polycarbonate sheets will separate the officials' gallery of Rajya Sabha from the chamber as both are in close proximity. Interpretation booths of Rajya Sabha will be integrated with audio systems for simultaneous interpretation. As a backup, communication hotline has been set up between the chambers of the 2 houses to communicate any message regarding participation of members in technical emergency. Fire safety drills and medical safety drills were also conducted. The 253rd session of Rajya Sabha will start on 29 January 2021. The winter session of Parliament could not be held due to the pandemic, while the monsoon session of Parliament was also curtailed. Kriti Mishra's report for Rajya Sabha TV. The Supreme Court appointed panel on the new agriculture reform laws on Thursday interacted with 10 farmer organizations from 8 states. The panel in a statement said that the interaction was held through video conference with various farmer unions and associations. It also said that the farmer unions participated in the discussion and gave their frank opinion as well. Remember, on the 11th of January, the Apex Court had stayed the implementation of the 3 laws till further orders. It had also appointed a 4-member panel to resolve the deadlock. In the 10th round of talks held between the government and farmers on Wednesday, Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar had proposed to suspend the 3 farm laws for 1.5 years and also set up a joint committee to discuss these laws. 10 BJP and 2 Samajwadi Party candidates were elected unopposed to the Uttar Pradesh Legislative Council on Thursday. Elected members include Deputy Chief Minister Dinesh Sharma, former IAS officer A.K. Sharma, and State BJP President Swatantra Dev Singh. The other BJP candidates declared elected unopposed include Lakshman Prasad Acharya, Kunwar Manvedra Singh, Govind Narayan Shukla, Salil Bishnoi, Ashwani Tyagi, Dharamveer Prajapati and Surendra Chaudhary. While the Samajwadi Party candidates who were elected unopposed include Ahmad Hassan and Rajendra Chaudhary, they also made it to the Legislative Council of Uttar Pradesh. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu has called for upskilling the textile and apparel workers by adopting the latest technologies. He said that this is necessary to gain competitiveness in exports and also to capture the global market. Inaugurating the virtual platform of Apparel Exports Promotion Council, the Vice President said that textile manufacturers must scale up and innovate to become globally competitive. Lauding the amended Technology Upgradation Fund scheme, the Vice President said that concerted efforts must be made to deliver the benefits of the scheme to the firms in second and third tier towns and rural areas as well.
Unless the average size of apparel firm grows, adopts latest technology and possesses skilled manpower, we cannot manufacture quality items and export at competitive prices. Only this way we can exploit the full employment and economic potential of our industry. One of the proposed projects of the Niti Aayog this year is to work with the Textile Ministry to set up mega textile firms to boost our exports in both fabric and garment sector. This is a welcome initiative. We call upon the private sector to partner with the government and innovate in the textile sector to improve the exports.
The Vice President also said that India should aspire to soon reach a double-digit share in exports of fabrics from the current share of 6%. He also termed the textile sector as a true vehicle of social transformation in remote areas through financial empowerment of women.
The women, they are more innovative. They have great ideas, skills. If you give them proper encouragement and if you spot it and then give them the needed training, they will excel. That's why the Prime Minister has now started a separate ministry for skill development, because we need to skill. There is an inherent skill in men and women in our country, irrespective of their background. We need to tap that and we need to encourage it and we need to upgrade those skills.
Army Chief General Manoj Mukund Narvane said on Thursday that self-reliance in the defense sector has become a strategic necessity today. Addressing a seminar on Army-industry partnership, General Narvane talked about twin challenges of COVID-19 pandemic and also increasing security challenges along India's northern borders. The Army Chief pitched for a self-reliant India to become the main player in the global economy. He further said that India will face increasingly higher security challenges in tune with its rising stature, and therefore it must enhance indigenous defense capabilities to maintain strategic influence.
More than 10 startups have been identified for innovative use of niche technology, which if developed can successfully enhance our operational capability. Today we have signed a MOU with the SIDM for taking this relationship further. This MOU is a reiteration of a firm resolve towards achieving self-reliance by supporting and hand-holding the indigenous defense industry.
Defense Minister Rajnath Singh said on Thursday that the government has identified over 1,100 schools in border and coastal areas for NCC training. Addressing the NCC Republic Day camp in New Delhi, the Defense Minister said that NCC plays a vital role as India's second line of defense. Applauding the role played by the NCC cadets in the various initiatives of the government, Rajnath Singh said that cadets served the nation by providing help during the COVID-19 pandemic.
चाहे आत्मनिर्भर भारत, चाहे फिट इंडिया कैंपेन, अथवा हमारी न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी, स्वच्छता, पर्यावरण एवं भारत के संवैधानिक मूल्य, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल वैल्यूज के प्रति लोगों के अंदर जागरूकता पैदा करने में भी आपने बहुत बड़ी भूमिका निभाई है। मेरे कैडेट्स, मैं आपको हृदय की गहराइयों से अपनी हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं देता हूं, आपको मैं बधाई देता हूं।
On a historical note, the Indian benchmark indices Sensex crossed the 50,000 mark for the first time ever amid a global stock market rally. The indices surged over 200 points on Thursday morning, touching an all-time high of 50,126 points. Weighed by selling in banking, finance and IT counters, the 30-share BSE Sensex index ended 167.36 points lower at 49,624.76. Similarly, the broader NSE Nifty slipped 54.35 points to close at 14,590.35. President Rajnath Kovind, Vice President Venkaiah Naidu and Prime Minister Narendra Modi greeted the people of Meghalaya, Manipur and Tripura on the occasion of their statehood day. In his message, the President said that the three states are blessed with immense natural beauty, rich history and vibrant culture. Vice President Venkaiah Naidu also extended his greetings on the occasion, saying that the three states have come a long way since their formation, making India proud in every field. He added that these northeastern states have diverse, vibrant cultures and they have retained their special place in India. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also wished the people of the three states and said India is very proud of their contributions. Greeting the people of Manipur, the Prime Minister said that the state is a powerhouse of innovation and sporting talent. He also wished the state the very best in its journey towards progress. Extending his greetings to the people of Meghalaya, the Prime Minister said that the state is known for its remarkable kindness and spirit of brotherhood. While in another message, the Prime Minister wished the people of Tripura on their statehood day, he said that the culture and warm-hearted nature of the people of Tripura is admired across India. On the 21st of January 1972, Tripura, Meghalaya and Manipur became full-fledged states under the Northeastern Region Reorganization Act of 1971. And in some international news now, on day one in office, US President Joe Biden signed 17 executive orders reversing some of the key foreign policies and national security decisions of his predecessor, Donald Trump. The executive orders ranged from rejoining the Paris Agreement on climate change, halting America's withdrawal from the World Health Organization, revoking Muslim travel ban, and stopping immediate construction of the Mexico border wall. Promising a fierce fight against COVID-19 pandemic that killed 4 lakh people in the United States, Joe Biden will sign 10 executive orders to fight the pandemic, including ordering the use of disaster funds to help reopen schools and mandating the wearing of protective masks on planes and buses. Here's a report.
We face an attack on our democracy and on truth, a raging virus, growing inequity, the sting of systemic racism, a climate in crisis, America's role in the world. Any one of these would be enough to challenge us in profound ways. But the fact is, we face them all at once, presenting this nation with one of the gravest responsibilities we've had. Now we're going to be tested. Are we going to step up, all of us? It's time for boldness.
Joe Biden has put the COVID-19 pandemic at the top of a daunting list of challenges he faces in his administration's early days. Just hours after taking oath as the 46th President of the United States, Joe Biden reversed Donald Trump's decision to withdraw from the World Health Organization. Trump exited WHO in May after accusing the UN Health Agency of incompetence and bowing to Chinese pressure over the coronavirus pandemic. Biden re-established the national security team responsible for global health, security and biodefense and appointed a COVID-19 response coordinator to create a unified national response to the pandemic. He signed an order to rejoin the historic Paris Agreement on climate change and another important order ending the Muslim travel ban, which blocked travel to the United States from several predominantly Muslim and African countries.
I, Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United
On Wednesday, Joe Biden took oath as the 46th President of the United States at a scaled-back ceremony in the U.S. Capitol building in Washington, D.C. that was loudly stripped of its usual pomp due to the COVID-19 pandemic and also security concerns. At the age of 78, Biden is the oldest ever U.S. president, a job he first sought in 1987, and is only the second Roman Catholic president after John F. Kennedy.
My fellow Americans, this is America's day. This is democracy's day, a day of history and hope, of renewal and resolve. Through a crucible for the ages, America has been tested anew, and America has risen to the challenge. Today, we celebrate the triumph not of a candidate, but of a cause, the cause of democracy.
I, Kamala Davy Harris, do solemnly swear.
I, Kamala Davy Harris, do solemnly swear.
Kamala Harris was also sworn in as America's first woman vice president. The daughter of Indian and Jamaican immigrants, Kamala Harris became the highest-ranking woman in U.S. history and the first black person and first person of Asian heritage as the nation's #2 leader. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV. Iraq's capital Baghdad was rocked by twin suicide bombings on Thursday. At least 32 people have been killed and over 70 others were injured as the suicide bombing attack hit a busy market area in central Baghdad. Iraq military spokesperson Yahya Rasool said the attack occurred as security forces pursued two suicide bombers who detonated their explosives in the busy market area. The injured are currently being treated at various hospitals across Baghdad. No group immediately took responsibility for Thursday's attack. The suicide bombings marked the first in 3 years to target Baghdad's bustling commercial area. And that's it from us in this bulletin. But before we leave, we once again appeal to all our viewers to stay safe from the COVID-19 pandemic, continue to take precautions, wear face masks, wash hands and face regularly, and don't forget to maintain physical distancing whenever you step outside. Remember, these simple precautions by us are all that it takes to defeat the ongoing pandemic. Good night, take care, thank you for your time.